How's it going, everyone? Bobby Digital here, bringing you another gameplay video. This time, it's some Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So I just wanted to bring you guys some Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Me, R Doyle 78, and Real BP were playing it over the weekend. This was yesterday, and we would just, this is the first time they really played together. We all played together. They just get into the swing of things. I'm teaching them how to go to objectives, and on the way to objectives gather intel, and along the way we found a few guards. So I was trying to show them how we could cooperatively in sync melee a couple of guards for like a really cool effect. So that's what we were doing here. So I'm going to bring you some little tidbits, and this clip is actually a lengthy one where we're traversing through the forest to an objective, and there's so many things along the way, along the path, that you get sidetracked. There's intel, there's enemies, and here it is right here. Doyle from one side, me from the other. Brian was laying in wait in case there was a third one. But yeah, there's so many things in this game where if you actually just, instead of fast traveling everywhere, instead of taking a helicopter everywhere, you just traverse. You're going to find a lot of weapons, blueprints. You're going to find a lot of intel, just little side missions, because this is more like an RPG now. This is like a Spec Ops RPG in a sort of way, almost like a very similar to Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. I see a lot of inspiration from that game in here. It's just an open world sandbox where you can tackle missions, tackle bases, just grab loot, whatever you want to do. Upgrade your guy. There's levels. There's builds. Here's another patrol we came up against, and trying to do it again, the same thing. This time, Brian and Doyle were taking point and going to take them down stealthy. And like, this game encourages you to be stealthy. You get the most XP for stealth kills. You actually can get more XP than a mission reward for taking guys out stealth. Just even a couple, like these two guys right here. I think if you take them out in melee and stealth, you get 400 XP per guy. That's 800 XP. Most missions offer 500 to 1,000. And look at that, they just took them both down right there. There's even different knives that you can use. There's a curved knife which gives you different animations. Yeah, I gave them the single move out. I like that tactical stuff, man. I get immersed in the game. So right here, I'm trying to teach them. Now this is a really cool part. I'm trying to teach them how to like change the knife, and you can change. There's a cosmetic system where even if you have gear on that doesn't match, you can actually what do they call it? Transmogrification, where you can make it look like another piece of gear and make your guy kitted out. And while we're doing this, there was a spy plane, like a predator plane, that flew overhead and spotted us. And in this game, when that happens, you'll hear the sound. It's going to be beeping right now. When that happens, the plane drops a flare, and then all of a sudden these special elite guys, these enemies, come at you. They're called the Wolves, and they take drones at you. Right now, I'm telling them, yo, we got to get the hell out of here. There's a flare down there. You can see a red flare. And they're not used to this. They haven't seen this before. And that enemy will push you. They'll flank you. They'll send drones. There are the drones. You hear the music kicking in. The drones are friggin' flying at us. They're really hard to kill. I use this spray to try and cloak myself from the radar on the drones, but it didn't seem to affect. I mean, they're still shooting. Luckily, Doyle has my back. It's either Doyle or Brian. He takes one of the drones out because I'm in trouble. I take one out, and here comes one of them to the rescue. They take the other drone out. Now, you cannot sit here. You have to like run. We play on an extreme difficulty mode, which is the highest difficulty mode, and we remove a lot of the HUD, a lot of the enemy markers. So it forces you to coordinate. And there we go. I got killed. I think Brian got shot there. Doyle is just booking it. He's trying to get the hell out of here. There he is, that little blue diamond. Doyle's going to book it. But yeah, they're relentless. So we play in extreme. We play with a lot of HUD elements turned off, which forces us to communicate. This clip here, we're taking on a behemoth drone. And the behemoth drones are like the hardest mini bosses in the game. There's actually a raid in this game too, but we haven't seen it yet. This thing will just, it launches mortars, it launches friggin' rockets. I mean, it does, it has Gatling guns. And it defends this tower, which houses some really good loot. You see the little loot icons on there. And it gives you blueprints and stuff, and for weapons and mods and gear. And right now we're trying to coordinate where Brian's a sniper, Doyle's the light machine gun guy, and I am the saboteur, like the infiltrator. So I'm trying to get a EMP grenade on this thing to see, I took a lot of damage right there. I did hit it with the EMP. Now I'm going to hit him with a rocket, and we're going to blow it up. But this fight was going on for at least 15 to 20 minutes. It was pummeling those guys up in the mountains with mortar. It was pinning me down. We finally took it out. We got some cool loot out of there. That blueprint that's up in that tower is the is one of the better weapons in the game. You see, I got some pants. There, I get my little move out motion. These, I think it's pretty funny. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little childish, but anyway. So, but yeah. So you want to go like all around the map. This thing's now. This isn't even part of a mission. This is just along the way to a mission. We haven't even really tackled a mission in this game yet. So there's just so much activities to do. In this part right here, this is me and Doyle. We're traversing to a location, and we spot this little checkpoint. We take out the drone. All of a sudden, this chopper flies by. I'm cloaking myself so it doesn't see me, but you see it. It's firing on Doyle. He's taking a lot of heat, so I got to get my LMG, and we're gonna try and fight back on this chopper. Really cool effects. You hear the audio from the gun. This thing goes down. Now they're calling reinforcements, and again, those are the wolves, so you got to get the hell out of there. But luckily, Doyle took him out, and I don't know if he noticed this, but he took him out before he even made the call, so it didn't happen. Reinforcements didn't come. This is another checkpoint we ran up against, and I'm gonna grab my LMG. I got Doyle on my right-hand side. I'm gonna suppress these guys with my LMG, allowing Doyle to flank. You're gonna see a lot of action pop off. That's a heavy gunner. You have to pop him in the head a couple times, take his helmet off, and then shoot him in the head. But you get very tactical. You gotta have communication. I'm gonna lay down so I don't, so I can manage my recoil with the LMG. We're gonna kick it off in a second, and you'll see Doyle pops off around. I'm suppressing. Now, I'm not really trying to get kills. I'm trying to force them into cover. You see that guy? He went into cover. So there is suppression in this game, and you can use LMGs to good effect. There's Doyle. He's popping off little shots with his rifle. He's going to move up. Now I'm reloading, so shit's going to hit the fan. Doyle's moving. He's got no cover because I'm reloading. You can hear the dialogue. He gets popped. But he's got a medic ability that can get himself up. He revives himself, and he helps me out because I'm actually in trouble. I'm pinned. So he got himself up. You can hear that little zap sound. He defibbed himself, and he's going to come in there and whack some guys for me, and we're going to take the base out. There's a guy inside that building. He's trying to flank from one side. He's going to push him out the door right into me, which is an awesome move he made. And then there's some guys that are laying on the ground, some captains or officers or whatever you want to call them. If they're wounded and they're still laying on the ground, you can pick them up and interrogate them, which is what you'll see here. And Doyle right now is searching for loot. Like, you gotta, whenever you're in a base like this, you gotta like search for clues. There's a system now in the game where it's called guided and unguided mode. We take off guided mode and we have to explore to find our objectives. We have to interrogate, like what I'm doing with this guy. And Doyle grabs the other guy. You can see us both start to interrogate guys on the ground.
Alright, asshole. I'm gonna ask this once and only once. Where's Walker?
That's all the intel I got! Stop hurting me!
Okay, in this next clip, this is the last clip. This is me and the first time I ever encountered the wolves. I didn't know what that drone was. I didn't know it was a predator drone. Next thing you know, I see smoke pop off. and I see my radar go off, so I know I'm in trouble. So I just start hightailing it, because remember, I'm on extreme mode. I got no HUD, and you can hear the music kick in. It gets real tense. I go and I take my sniper rifle off. I need to grab an assault rifle, because I have an eerie feeling. I get my syringe ready, because there are injuries in this game too. They're the wolves. They push, they flank. Right there, I took them by surprise. I popped them as they were coming through. But here comes some drones. These drones are a nightmare. You'll see why. Don't forget, this is a one hit. If you take 1 or 2 hits in this in extreme mode, you're dead. So you gotta be. There's a shot. That guy shot me in the back. Boom. Now you're gonna see a little bit of pressure. They're gonna come flanking me. They're gonna come pressing me. I took a pretty nasty shot right there. I gotta heal. And they're pushing. You have to like literally retreat. Right there, I took a massive hit, and you'll see I'm injured. And if I would have continued to run, I would be wicked inaccurate with my gun. You see my guy holding the gun with one hand, and I'm not sprinting. You can't sprint when you're injured. So there's a really cool injury system. Still chasing. And they're not giving up. Here comes some troops from the flank. I'm screwed. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check the game out. It's really good. I don't care what the reviews say. Everybody hates games nowadays. I love it. Bobby Digital signing out.